Konbanwa. That's good evening. So I am doing a recap of days 11, 12, and 13. So day 11, it's my last day in the Hirakata, in the Kyoto, Osaka area. For now, I will be heading back there, but that was my last day where I was. I got all packed up. I got to talk to Arisa a little in the morning before she went off to a dentist appointment. She gave me a little bit of an explanation of Japanese health insurance. So that's interesting, something to think about. But then I got packed up and made my way to Kyoto Station. I got there, supposed to meet Kiku at 1 o'clock for lunch, and I got there a little early so that I could go right across from one side of Kyoto Station is Kyoto Tower, and literally right behind it is Yodobashi, which I went to several of them last year, but I just went to go look for some things. I went to go look see what they had in terms of cases and glass protective screens and such for iPhones, for my iPhone 8. And they have aisles. I mean, it was probably six aisles just for the iPhone 7/8 accessories. They have all kinds of stuff. I guess you don't go to necessarily Amazon, you just go to Yodobashi, or I guess probably Tokyo Hands, or really any of these multi-level department stores that they have. They're all over the place, so it's pretty easy to get what you need. But I just looked around, and then I ran back to Kyoto Station to meet up with Kiku because we were having lunch there. We're going to the conveyor sushi place. The ones where you sit and the sushi comes around on the conveyor, just goes around the restaurant, and they're just constantly putting up new things, and you just pull down what you want. And at the end, you just pay based on, each plate has a different design, and based on that design, it lets you know if it has wasabi, doesn't have wasabi, if it's an extra special dish. And then based on what the design of that plate, that lets you know the price. So at the end, they just count up the stack of plates that you have, added up by price. Kiku had never been to conveyor belt sushi, and which is kind of funny because she was the one who pointed the place out to me last year. That's how I knew about it. So I got to help Kiku have another first. And we sat and we ate, and it was delicious. We sat next to a family that had just gotten off the train, just arrived from Australia. I think they might have come straight to Kyoto, so they just got off the train at the station and saw that there was a line outside the conveyor sushi place and figured, well, that looks like it's probably good then. So they sat down and we had a nice conversation with them. So yeah, then I had my lovely savory. I wanted something sweet, and so I wanted one of those cream puffs with custard in the middle. And I think Kiku called it shukrim. I think that's what it is. So then we had to do some exploring around Kyoto Station to try and find where they have this. When I get back to Kyoto Station, I didn't have time when I was there a couple days ago, but when I get back, I'm going to go do video down at Kyoto Station. I mean, the station itself, just to get to all the Shinkansens and all the various trains that they have, is massive, and it's amazing. And I think I took pictures last year of where the station actually isn't enclosed fully. It's open, even though it's completely covered, and you forget that it's open until sitting there and birds come flying at you. But just that part on just those two levels pretty much of just getting to and from the trains is impressive. It's amazing. It's huge. But then they've got multiple levels up, which have all kinds of things in them, and they have pretty much a massive mall downstairs. I mean, it took us a while to figure out how to get to the conveyor belt, the conveyor sushi place, because on the completely opposite side of the station from where it was. But yeah, I'll have to take some videos so you can see what I'm talking about. But to find the choux cream, we ended up going to basically a department store that was in the train station, and the basement level. We didn't go through the entire thing, but for as far as my eyes could see was nothing but sweets and desserts. So we found the choux cream there, and then we went back upstairs to sit and eat and just talk a little while before I had to leave on my train. And got on my train. I am Shinkansen, bullet train. Well, no. Sorry, no. It was a reserved train, but it wasn't a bullet train to go from Kyoto to where I am now, which is Amonohashidate. I found out about Amonohashidate from a YouTube video last year, and I came here and fell in love with the place. It was my favorite place in all of Japan. And so I decided I wanted to spend a little bit more time here, so I was going to make it a trip. And at least one overnight stay, but I realized, no, I want a whole day, so I need to have 2 nights here. And so I found a lovely spot. I took some video of it, so that'll be on Google Photos. But it's a wonderful spot. My host, the wife, Misako, she came and with the 2 kids and picked him up at the train station, which was very lovely, considering that pretty much every Airbnb I've had so far, the directions have been wrong, and I've ended up in just random places. So this made it a lot easier. But she came and picked me up, and we had a lovely conversation. They have 2 children. The oldest boy, Sei, I can only remember his name. The girl is 4. I can't remember her name, but Sei is very affectionate, very sweet. He immediately snuggled up to me in the car. As soon as I got in the car, he kind of snuggled up to me, and kept just touching me and touching my face. And when we get back to to their house, and she shows me around, and then I'm sitting in the dining room area talking to her while she's making dinner, and Sei is just opening and closing doors, opening and closing, opening and closing. And then she let me know that, he's developmentally challenged, but he's so cute that all I can do is just smile. They're both really, really cute. I mean, just appearance cute, but just his personality. He's absolutely adorable. At one point he grabs my hand and he takes me into the game room, sits me on the couch, and then decides to it's like, okay, I don't know what's about to happen, but he ends up kind of straddling on my lap and then just holds my face. He just wanted to hold my face and look at me, and then he gets down and goes back to opening and closing doors. So, I don't know, they were just really sweet. And then this place comes with meals, which I did not expect, but she made an awesome dinner last night. Okonomiyaki and some other things it was all just really, really good. And she pulled out this book. Let's see if I have it. It's right here. This book about Amonohashidate and all the things you can do. And just flipping through the first couple pages, it's like how to go through everything in 3 days and that type of thing. And I come across, see if I can get this on screen, this image. And I'm like, I think I might know what that is. Let me check. Sure enough, it's paper making. And then come to find out when I go and look at the full page, they've got Paper Village. All this Paper Village to go and just explore making paper and just, yeah. She told me it's about an hour away, but next trip, definitely going to Paper Village. How can I not? It's amazing. But there's so many great things in here, and it's like, if this is my favorite place in all of Japan. I just bought the book off of her for half price, so 400 yen. So basically $4, great deal. And then we, ended up talking about, she mentioned that there was another awesome spa that within walking distance. That's the Sento, the onsen, and the sauna all together. And so I was really excited about that. I'm like, okay, definitely going to do that tomorrow. And yeah, just talked for a while, and then eventually just kind of took a shower and got ready for bed. Dealt with a little work. Slept kind of okay. And got up this morning once again, dealing with work stuff, and then getting myself together, and I step out into the kitchen dining room area, and I see that she has left me breakfast, which is just awesome. So I got myself packed up and headed over to walk Amonohashidate, that section of land that bridges the two areas. And I just casually strolled the beach today. Took my time, just enjoyed myself. It was supposed to rain this early part of today, and then get clear up and get a little sunny in the afternoon. But thankfully, it got all the raining done while I was sleeping. So by the time I stepped outside, it was sunny and mid-60s. So it was beautiful weather to go take a walk along the beach. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. It makes me so happy to be there. And because of the time of when I'm here, there was hardly anybody else there. So there were times where I had the entire stretch of beach all to myself. So it was just lovely to just walk it. If I, just really focused on walking and walked down the paved area down the center, I could probably get across Amonohashidate in 30 minutes. But I took my time, and I think I spent about an hour and a half just kind of strolling along, enjoying it, and got to the chairlifts again and went up the mountain. But this time I was determined that I was actually going to go to the shrine. That was the temple that was further up. So I got the tickets, I rode the chairlift up, then got on the bus and made my way up to the temple. And it was really beautiful. The views, I mean, there's the bus that you have to take. It's basically a one-lane road. That's all that's on that is that bus. And it's a small bus. And it's kind of like a shuttle, like you have at the airport. And it's taking some of these turns and curves and weaving its way up the mountain that were it's a little nerve-wracking. But, this is what they do all the time. So made it up to the top, enjoyed the temple. And then noticed a sign that I'm like, I think I'm reading this properly, but let me check, and got the Google Translate out and got it to auto-translate the text, and sure enough, there's a panoramic view if you go up the mountain. It says it's 5 minutes by car, 40 minutes if you walk. And, well, I wanted that view. So I took that walk up the mountain, up to the top. Ooh, yeah, that was some good exercise. So I got up there and took some lovely pictures. It didn't actually, maybe I didn't completely understand what it meant, because it took me actually 20 minutes to get up there, so maybe it was 40 minutes round trip. But I got up there and I ended up meeting a couple of older ladies on my way up there, and then they were picking some sort of grass or flower or something off the side of the mountain as I was walking past them. And then I got up to the top and took some amazing pictures. Apparently there's a cafe up there that I guess is open earlier in the day or at a different time of year. But got some photos, and as I was about to leave, the ladies had made their way up there, so I had a little conversation with them, and then they took my picture with Amonohashidate in the background, and walked my way down. Had just enough time to finish looking at some of the areas that I hadn't seen around the temple, and then get back on the bus to go back down and get on since the chairlift stops at 4, instead get on the cable car to come down. And then made it down and had to wait an hour for the bus. I didn't realize that the bus runs every hour and a half. But made a little trip to the grocery store to replenish the things that I had just scarfed down that they offer here for free. And yeah, made my way back. Originally I was gonna go to the spa, but I would have to walk there. And on the way back, I got off the bus at the wrong place and had to walk the rest of the way to where I'm staying here. And I just realized I'm tired. I don't want to have to walk, maybe 20-30 minutes to the spa, only have maybe 2 hours there, and then have to turn around and come back. I didn't want to do that. Plus, they arrived. She got back from work right after I got back here, and she was starting on dinner, so I didn't want to miss that. So just took a shower and just filled up the tub and soaked in the tub for a while. Felt great. Had to keep from falling asleep in there. It was so relaxing. Then went in and had dinner. Finally got to meet Takuro. That's the husband. That's who actually has the Airbnb set up. But finally got to meet him. But he'd been so busy with work, I hadn't seen him before. And then he ended up giving me his business card. He's got a udon restaurant. I wish I had known that. Of course, I don't know where it is to say if it's close to go and enjoy it, but I can definitely try and check it out next time I'm around. Had a lovely talk with him. There ended up being 2 more guests that are staying here, but I'm assuming maybe this is the ladies' bedroom because they're upstairs in another part of the house. 2 young guys, they're in their, one's 24 and the other one's 27, and I sat and had dinner with Takuro and the family, and towards the end, these 2 guys had finally come back from going to the store, and talking to them and finding out that they're biking their way around the country. That's impressive and just makes me tired just thinking about it. I don't like riding bikes unless it's a tandem and I'm on the back so that I can just enjoy the scenery and not have to be responsible for the steering. And since that's generally not the case, I don't like riding bikes. So just the thought of riding the country, everywhere. I was even picking up parts of the conversation about Hokkaido, which is, of course, the northern island. It's just, that's impressive. So I just kind of sat as they were talking, trying to see what my brain could pick up from the conversation, as well as watching the TV and seeing what I could pick up from what was happening on the TV. But just relaxing and enjoying myself until I just got tired. Yeah. And I just realized that I didn't explain my last day in Kyoto area. And I'm not going to redo this video to get things back in order. I was like, how am I not doing 3 days? I missed that very first day, day 11. I did some figuring some things out for my trip. Got my place to stay here in Amonohashidate and got my place to stay in Hiroshima, which is where I'm going to be heading next. Figured out the trains and all that. And then I went to Hirakata Spa. It was a 20-minute walk. Well worth it. They have, it's a Sento, which is the public bath, the onsen, which is the hot springs, as well as the sauna. And if any of you have ever been to Jeju in Atlanta, it's like a mini Jeju. Awesome. It's open from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. I walked over there, just took 20 minutes, put my shoes away, went and they had a coupon on their website, so I showed it and I was able to get all of the services, the default services, for 1,200 yen, which is awesome. And they give you your top, and in this case it was kind of like capri kind of pants and a towel, and send you off. So I went and enjoyed the hot tubs, the outdoor onsens, and it was great because your body gets nice and hot, but then it's the tub type, so I'm sitting outside with my head and my feet and my arms out of the tub, my body soaking, and just loving it. Then going to the sauna, and from there to the cold tub, since I now know how to do that, and that was awesome. And just enjoyed myself in that area for a while, and then eventually put on the clothes that they gave me, and went downstairs to the check out what the sauna area looked like. Not the sauna, but just the relaxation area. Took a look around, and then decided, okay, I'm hungry. Went upstairs to the restaurant, had an awesome spread, delicious food. So hung out there for a little bit, just eating and relaxing, and then finally went back downstairs, got in some of the massage chairs. Also went and hung out in one of the hammocks, laid out on the floor, did a few little yoga stretches out on the floor, just relaxed until I just had to leave, because I needed to get back before it was too late. But it's like, okay, if I lived in this house, which I already love, and it's the perfect spot between Kyoto and Osaka, like right in the middle, and it's not like a tiny place, tiny little nothing city. It's a really good city with everything that I need, and just a mile away is this amazing spa. Yeah, it's like, sign me up. When can I get here? How soon can I be here? It was just amazing. I could definitely see, it's like, okay, if I were here, if I actually lived here, it's like, what's a year membership? What does that look like? How about a month? Could I go 2-3 times a week? That would be awesome. So yeah, that was day 11. I got back from walking back from the spa, and walking back to this nature area so I could get to the 7-Eleven, and then made it back, and Arissa gets home and knocks on the door and wants to, has me come downstairs. She has a kimono that she wants to put on me, so she dresses me up in the kimono and takes my picture. That was really fun. It was really nice of her to pull out this kimono that someone had gifted her with, and taking the time to put it on me and take the pictures. I really like Arissa. She's amazing. So that was, what day was that? That was Monday. That was day 11. I already covered yesterday, just getting from Kyoto to here, and covered today. And I think I got my days all kind of confused and backwards because I'm just tired. I'm trying to keep my eyes open even doing this video. I can't guarantee I'll upload it tonight. I might do that in the morning when I wake up, but I wanted to go ahead and record it and have it done. So yes, I'm off to the next part of this adventure. It's been great. I really, really do love this country, and going back to Amonohashidate, it did not disappoint. So I'm in the happiest place of my happy place. So it's wonderful. And I can't wait to come back and explore more of this area and check out that spa. The host family here is amazing. It was a little more expensive each night than I was initially prepared to pay, but there weren't that many options. And then to get here, and they give you a ride and they feed you. Oh, well worth it. It's Amonohashidate BP, I think, if you ever want to look it up on Airbnb. It's the backpackers one. So worth it. So yeah, I'm tired. I'm done talking, and I'll upload this when it gets uploaded when it gets uploaded. Hopefully before too long. Okay. Good night or good morning, everybody, whenever you see it. Thanks for watching. Bye.